Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's project is this cute little box with this gorgeous ribbon on it. When we untie the bow, you'll see that the ribbon actually goes underneath the designer series paper. And so to open it, you can just simply lift it like that and you see a little chocolate treat inside. If you are a fan of Ferrero Rocher chocolates, you know, the round ones, you need to try these. It's like a bigger version. Not so much chocolate, but it's the same kind of thing on there. Yummy. So just making these as little gifts for the fun of it. So that's why it just says with love on the front. And I have used the Country Bouquet, and I'll show you it once I've tied this after a fashion. That'll do. So I've got the Country Bouquet punch and stamp set, and I've used that stripy one there, and I've added 2 of the solid little ones on there, and the sentiment is from there as well. So I'm going to make another one. This time I'm going to go with Flirty Flamingo. This was Azure Afternoon, and I've used card, ink, paper and ribbon. The ribbon comes in a pack of 3 with lemon lolly and bubble bath. I don't actually have any Flirty Flamingo ribbon, but I'm not terribly keen on that combination with the bubble bath. So instead I'm going to use Petal Pink. I just think it's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's better, I think. So I've already cut my pieces of designer series paper, and I've cut my piece of card to measure 5 inches by 8 inches. All of these measurements will be in my blog post. There will be a link to that in the description for this video. So on the long side, so we've got 8 inches along the top there, I want to score that at 1 inch. Then at 3.5 inches, then 4.5, and then 7 inches. All right, turn that around and score at 1 inch and at 4 inches. Simple. Bring in my bone folder, just burnish those score lines. And just making sure that the lines match up at the side while I do that. Okay, and then bring in my trusty snips and cut straight up each of those score lines along the long side, just to that first horizontal score line there. Alright, and then I'm not going to do anything with those 2 rectangles, but these squares I am going to take a little bit off, little wedge either side, and turn those squares into plant pots, as we like to say in some of our classes. Let's get that right into the corner, Heather. And there we go too. And so that's how it looks there, and we want to do exactly the same again on the other side. right up there. Okay. I think it just didn't go quite far enough there. There we are. So I can't remember when this video is going live. I'm actually recording quite a few videos all at the same time because I am going away on vacation. But I'm trying to have some videos going live whilst I'm away. I think this one might be actually just the day before I'm going on holiday, but I can't remember. It's all it is. There we go. Now, quite often I would say let's just put our designer series paper on at this stage, but I'm not going to because my ribbon's going to go underneath it. So I'm going to build the box first of all. So it doesn't matter which end you start with because they're equal. Putting some glue in there. I'm trying to get it quite close to that edge there so that when I bring that round I don't have a gap. There, okay. I don't want to have a big thick line of glue there because I don't want it to ooze out. Okay, that's a nice join there, so we'll just do the same here. And just get that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. There we are. A little bit, quite close to that edge, and then the rest to keep it there, and then just bring that round. And if you've got little tufty bits like that, a wee bit of a snip will get rid of them. Press that down again. Okay, so next two. I'm going to add the glue at the same time. I might need to snip that too. And these ones, I'm going to bring this bit up to form the base of the little box. Again, same thing, just line up that edge there and line that up nice and neatly there too. Just give it a little press and that's the base of that done. So this little thing will just sit nicely in there, and then we want to bring this bit down. I'm going to put glue on these again, a little bit close. Like that. And then I'll move those out of the way actually. Put that down there, press that round, bring that down. And that way you get a nice neat fit of your lid to your base. Alright. And you get glue all over the place, Heather. I don't know what I'd do without this. It really is a pity Stampin' Up don't sell them anymore, but you can get them on a certain well-known site that sells everything from A to Z. Right, ribbon. I'm going to give myself plenty to tie because I am not the best at tying when I've got a short bit of ribbon. So I don't know, no, that's way more than I need. Probably do a little bit less on this one. So this Petal Pink ribbon comes in a 2-pack as part of the Zoo Crew set, suite rather, and it is this Petal Pink and the other one is Lemon Lime Twist that I used on my little chocolate sliders, if you've seen that video recently. Okay, so a bit of ribbon there, bit of ribbon here, couple of bits of tearing tape just to keep it in place, because it does take a little bit of pressure, but then you've got designer series paper going over the top of it as well. So just trying to get it roughly in the middle. I say roughly, I don't do precise. Thank you. Right, now we can decorate. You could take the backing off of that and it would give you an extra little bit of adhesion, because it's double-sided tape obviously. So these two pieces for the top and bottom measure 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. So you've just got a tiny little border around about there. Okay, let's just do the bottom one as well. Come on. Now with this style of box you will always get these bits kind of poking out the way a little bit. It's not really an issue. If you want to play about with bending that in, it might help, but frankly it's the chocolate that counts, or the biscuit, whatever you want to call it. Right, so we have a piece to go in here. We've got 4 other pieces I've cut. 2 of them are for the sides and 2 are for the front and back. So these bits are 2 7/8 by 7/8 of an inch. Okay. And then the final 2 for the sides. These are 2 3/8 by 7/8. But as I said earlier, all of the measurements will be in my blog post, and there's a link to that in the description for this video. So you just need to click on more and then more again, I think, to get all of the details. YouTube keep changing things like that, so depends when you're watching it. Okay. Huge amount of ribbon to play with. Very generous to myself. I think because this has got little stripes in it, it does look okay. Right, I am much better tying bows upside down for some reason. And when I say much better, I don't mean I'm actually good. It's just it seems to work better. Come on. Through you go. I've got glue in my hands. That's my excuse. Do a bigger loop, Heather. Give yourself a fighting chance. There we go. Awesome. And just play about with that until I'm happy. Ish. I got glue on the ribbon. Gee. Right. Happy with that. Let's bring in the good ribbon scissors and give that a little angle so we don't fray. This ribbon's not bad for fraying anyway. But there we go. Right. So, little bit of decoration. Flirty Flamingo. Got my stamp. Got a piece of card. always a good thing to start with. And let's ink this up. Should really have a foam mat for photopolymer stamps. Right, let's do that down near the bottom, like so. I'll keep my ink pad there. Open that and slide that in at the bottom there until we've got that lined up with both of those hearts where they should be. Then give it a squeeze. Keep that one, keep that one. Don't want the two leaves. Now I want to do another one, but again, just the little one. I'm going to stamp the whole thing, and again put it down the bottom like that, and I will need to clean that mat because I inked the whole stamp. No very bright. So lining that up again. I've just got the little one to worry about this time, but it punches everything out. And there she is. And just while we're at it, I've used all of that card. Let me get a little scrap from a sentiment. You'll do. And I've not mounted that one. There we are. Inky, inky, inky. And just do a little with love. Oh, I forgot about the angled end. Let's just be consistent. Give myself a little bit more room to do the little angle. Oops. I think I want this to be a little bit smaller. Give me big scissors. Slightly better at cutting straight lines with them. Slightly. Take that down a little bit as well. And I'll just do a little dink. And if I was being very good, I would do the same angle by using this. But I've made it a little bit too freehand. Let's just go a bit closer. Do it like that. It's all good in theory. Right, so I want to pop that one on just with glue. Love the kind of distressed lines of that, and then I need dimensionals. And can just get away with the larger ones on there. One here. Let's get another one of you on there. Just. I've got the smaller ones. I could have put the smaller ones on, but you know, I like to live dangerously. And then I think I will just use another little bit of this side. Nearly at the side, the edges anyway. A little strip of that on there. Take my backing off. And pop that on like that. Final little bit is just to add some bling. And we'll just go with plain old rhinestones here. I'll go take the top off either. Big one up there, a medium one down here, and a little one over here. There we go. Easy. Cute little treat boxes with lovely chocolatey biscuits inside. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then please do click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell, and you'll get notifications the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye.